What is going on, guys? Rodney here with cryptobros, the broiest cryptocurrency channel on the internet. And in tonight's video, we're basically just going to be doing like a January wrap up, closing to the month. It's been a super wild month with crazy news stories, ICO scams, exchanges getting hacked, like all kinds of other stuff, weirdness with Bitcoin. But overall, good month in terms of like moving out of January and into February in terms of the crypto space. I'm very excited to leave January behind, but that comes with some good stuff. And the first thing that I want to kind of get into is just like, if I hate being that guy that always flips over to CoinMarketCap and points out there's a bunch of red on the market. But my point here is this, is that even though we're exiting January, I still think there are a ton of good buys out in the market right now. Lot of good places to be placing your money heading into February. I think February is going to bring a very strong market, especially if we start seeing some bullish trends, and I definitely think we are. Couple great buys right now. Dragon is right around $2.50. Ethereum Classic, I think, is going to have Ethereum Classic, I think, is going to have a big February too. They've got a bunch of stuff going on. Definitely look into that. VeChain is coming off a pretty big surge. Really, within the last like 10 days or so, it was the only one that held against all the uncertainty with Bitcoin. Lisk, which I don't have any. I do think it's a great buy right now. OMG. Nebulous. Nebulous is right around $13 today. $13.32. Great day for Nebulous. 10+% increase. Man, I butchered that. Over the last 24 hours. Man, that was painful. But yeah, guys, just my point is that even though we are leaving January and excited to get out of this month, I still think there are a ton of good opportunities to get in. Salt, I've seen a ton of trade projections on Salt right now. It's right around $7.50. Aeon, that came out. I've actually seen quite a few signals here. IOTA has some really good news coming out in February as well. QuantStab, and honestly, guys, I know that I'm missing a ton. These are the ones that I kind of picked are what I'm familiar with. One that I will be touching on is Icon. They have actually their summit on the 31st. We'll touch on that in just a second. But really, if we scroll through the list, I even think Rayblox is good, or Ryblox, or however you say it. I say it Ray. That's a mistake. I even think Rayblox is good. Good buy right now. I just think there's a ton of great opportunity in terms of getting your money in one last time before January ends. So I will leave it at that. You guys are more than welcome and more than capable of picking whatever coins you think are really good to get in on. I know that there's a ton, and I know I left some off. Short list here, but I just think there's a ton of opportunity. So anyway, in terms of news, Hush Airdrop is February 1st. If you guys haven't gotten in on this Hush Airdrop, basically what it is you're going to be getting a coin called Bitcoin Hush. Now, to get that, I've made like 3 videos on this. You can check it out. If you actually enter in like Bitcoin Hush, I'll be one of the top videos on there if you want to get in. But basically what they're doing, for one, it's not a fork. It is not a fork. It's an airdrop. They're taking 4 different kind of like chain platforms and putting it all together into one like mega beast blockchain. And I should probably have the notes in front of me before I talk about this. But anyway, it's basically they're going to be using stuff from Komodo, Bitcoin Hush. Actually, you know what? I have the webpage up. Why don't we just go there? Right here. So anyway, if you haven't seen this before, this is just kind of a breakdown between Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Hush, Bitcoin Private, Bitcoin Gold. I've covered all this in my other videos, so I'm not going to get in here. What most people want to know is just how they get their Hush, or how they get their Bitcoin Hush. Basically, for every one Hush you have, one SuperNet/utility, one DEX, or one BTC that you're holding in your Hush wallet, which I have a video on that, you can check it out, you will get one BTCH for that. They're doing the snapshot on February 1st. Really, that's probably all I needed to say for you guys to know. Snapchat, February 1st. Go watch my other videos if you want to get on that. You can get the coin on Cryptopia. My affiliate link for Cryptopia is below. I don't really think they give out much besides trading fees, and I don't trade on there very much anyway, but by all means, feel free to use that if you guys would like. In other news for today, Neo all-time high at 165-ish and maybe even running. We'll see what this updates to. Congratulations to you Neo holders, 168. Look at that. I mean, she is still on a tear. I know you guys, if you're a long-time holder, have held through a lot of FUD. I will say from my own personal perspective, this is one coin that I wish I had in my portfolio. But if we look at this trend here, I mean, it's been on a crazy tear. I don't know what it'll correct to or how much more gas it has in the tank. As we've talked about before, a 50% retracement, 68% retracement is really what I try to get into. I easily could have bought into this rally, and if you look, like it started back in November. And like everything else, it could have tanked, but it's been moving well, guys. So congratulations to you for holding strong. Wish I had this in my portfolio. Another one that I definitely wish I had and I think is highly undervalued right now and such a steal of a price is Dash. Man, I wish I could get on this. Like I said, in my opinion, I just think this is incredibly undervalued coin, especially for it being one of the big cap coins. If you get an opportunity to get in on this, I think it's going to have a big 2018 in terms of our big cap players. But you know what? Most of 2018, I think, especially in like altcoin world, is going to be a big year. So it's unfair to say that about one coin and not others. But anyway, moving on. One thing that I've been watching and paying attention to lately is I definitely look at a lot of trades. I follow a lot of traders. I read a lot of what they have to say. One interesting thing that I've noted and then have read as well is that these trade signals are coming in and people are doing all the technical analysis. You're not seeing a lot of the action that we were seeing on like Bittrex, and that's because the exchange is letting people trickle in. So what that means is there's no new money in there. So if there's coins that are solely on Bittrex, they're not having or primarily on Bittrex, they're not having an opportunity to get new money pumped in to kind of even push some of the chartage. So what we're seeing in terms of like signals and trading and where the money is coming in, it's right. I mean, it's Binance. It is. I mean, look at like gas. It's up 40%. Crazy. And I know that gas is on more than just Binance, but like Poe's moving well, almost 20%. Obviously, Neo we just talked about. ETHLend, 8%. So there's a lot of movement on some of these exchanges that are still allowing people in. And my point is with all this, like KuCoin is another one. This is actually Dragon Chain, one that I would love to get in. Like look at the sell wall right now. Like people are selling off. Like this is such a good coin to have in 2018. It's crazy. But same with Gate. My point with all this is we need to, in terms of adding potential or building up your portfolio in terms of a monetary value, you need to be on the exchanges that actually are taking new money in. And that's what we're seeing between Binance, KuCoin, and Gate. Gate is the newest exchange that I've signed up to, and really I'm actually super impressed with it. But these are some of the few that are taking people, and that's why we're seeing so much action on that. That's why we're seeing so many coins on this. Like this is a perfect example. This OCN coin. Like I actually don't know a ton about this this project. What I can remember, because it was this week, is that it was like midnight, and this was like just a few days ago. It was sometime last week. It was midnight. Seeing a ton of hype on this coin. It's still 1 cent. Blah blah blah. I just didn't feel like transferring Ethereum or anything else in there and doing this trade before I went to bed, so I didn't. I went to bed. I woke up. It was 4 cents. Hit as high as I mean, right here, this is crazy. It's, I don't know what the all-time high would be, but maybe this is around 9 or 10 cents. Oh yeah. Anyway, so we're right around 7. So you literally could have 7x'd your money from 1 penny to 7 over the course of that time. But you have to be on the right exchanges to be able to execute on some of these moves. So I just think it's important. You have to follow where the coins are going, where they're still letting people in, so being nimble. So if you're not on these, obviously you guys know that I like these exchanges, but all my affiliate links are below. If you want to use them to sign up for these exchanges specifically, if you're not on there, that's super gracious and I appreciate it. If not, my feelings aren't hurt. either way, get set up so you can partake in some of this action. So anyway, let's see what else is next. One thing I actually did want to cover in terms of the news is the other day we did a video on Icon. It was like a news video, but we talked about Icon doing their main net launch and why that's a big deal for their platform. On the 31st is their summit. They're doing and covering a lot of big things. People are expecting another run, and obviously we can see Icon over here has actually been doing really well. It's above, it is above $9. I mean, man, look at that, $9.66. Just a steady crawler right now. I think this was down at as low as 9 and some change at some point today, or low 9s, but moving. And part of that is, good news affects it. People are buying in now, expecting a big jump tomorrow. Sometimes you got to be ahead of that, but I mean, we definitely have good buy volume down here. So look into that. That's big within the next couple days. So really just says some of the things they're going to be testing. They're going to be doing some of the transfer fees and this, that, and the other thing. You can check out my other video from the other night. I kind of cover what they're doing and why this is a big deal. If you've seen the term mainnet before, basically there's a test net, and which they do obviously all their testing on their mainnet, and their first versions of this is how they can actually send cryptocurrencies across across their platform and stuff. And these guys, if you missed it, they're basically taking all of a country and hooking everything up through the blockchain, from businesses to hospitals to insurance companies to you name it. They're going to do that so they can just kind of have like this seamless interface. It's very, very cool. Boots on the ground type of scenario. I think, long term, there's a lot of potential if they can pull this off. And so far, so good. So anyway, you can check out that video. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Covered Bitcoin Hush, some of these coins, and there's much more than this you can pick up. Some that I do really like heading into 2018, though. VeChain, OMG, Nebulous, Salt, IOTA, either you love it or hate it, and obviously Dragon Chain gets a ton of stuff. And in terms of like I did a video the other day, it's actually yesterday, on my portfolio. Some of the things that I'm going to do is like early on when I first started getting into my crypto career, I was buying a lot of stuff without, I want to say, a strategy, and I think everyone kind of goes in that. As I've gotten wiser, you figure out like what works better. So I'm very bullish on the decentralized exchange coins, 0x, Loopring, AirSwap, Komodo, stuff like that. I really like, especially when we're talking about security. The big news story within the last 5 days is that exchange in Japan got hacked, and they took half a billion to 700 and some change million off this exchange, guys, and you really have to protect yourself. That's why I'm such a big advocate of having some type of hard wallet or Trezor. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to make the $150 investment to do that, set up like an Exodus wallet or a My Ethereum wallet. Those are both easy to do. If you want to get a Trezor, I've done a review on there, and I've also shown you how to get like your ERC20 tokens that are on there. Dragon would be one. Ethereum Classic would be, actually Ethereum Classic has its own wallet on My Ether wallet, but Dragon, OMG, Salt, all those you can put onto your Trezor and keep safe, and it's off the exchanges. And I just think with more people coming in there, safety has to be pushed. If not, people are going to be burned. Like, my heart goes out to those people that got burned on that big exchange hack. So anyway, just be safe. Check out those videos. I'll leave them at the end and some links below, and you can check them out. Also, one ICO that I am watching is Credits. I've done a little research here. I've also seen quite a bit of hype around surrounding this. And this week I also plan on doing a how to get into an ICO step by step, setting up your My Ether wallet, making sure you have your ERC token wallet set up so you can receive the tokens when they actually put them out on the ICO, all those type of things. I'm hesitant to do that. There was a ICO exit scam. Like, they basically just came up, built a fake website, took everybody's money on this ICO. I actually haven't done any research or read into the story. I've just seen the article posted like 400 times. So I'm slightly hesitant to make a video on an ICO. I would hate to lead people astray based on being tricked myself, but this is one I am considering. In any ICO that you are considering, you know, that you catch some good news on or a tip or you want to get into, I always just recommend at least signing up for the whitelist. That way, on the time that the crowd sale kicks off or they have the early bird or whatever it may be, you can actually get in. Because if you don't sign up for these, you can't get in after it starts. So I always recommend signing up. But this is one I've been looking at. I'm still on the fence if I want to get in, but I do think in terms of ICOs and especially the way that 2018 is going and trending in terms of lots of money flooding into the markets. Like if you guys haven't seen, I should actually pull this up. If you haven't checked out Ian Bellina, let's see if I can pull this up really quick. This dude is like ICO wizard. He's very transparent. This isn't going to run for me very well, but oh, I'm an idiot. If you guys haven't checked out this dude, sorry guys, painful. I can't talk and type at the same time. Okay, well maybe we're not doing this. His name is Ian Bellina. You have to check out his YouTube channel. He is like a ICO wizard. He's very transparent with his picks. I'm not sure why this is going on like this. YouTube.com. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but check him out. He's very transparent with his picks on his ICOs. He's made literally millions of dollars with going into ICOs, and it's basically you put in money, you take all your earnings from your ICO when you get 100% or whatever the return is, and you do it again. And he just continues to buy in these. He's very transparent with his wallet. If you don't follow him, you probably do, but if you don't, definitely worth checking out. So yeah, Credits is the one I'm looking into going on to, and I believe you can buy in on this up until pre-ICO finished. I think this one kicks off on February 1st, if I'm not mistaken. I probably should know that if I'm going to do that, but worth checking out. So anyway, yeah, guys, that is all I have for you tonight. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything here. So yeah, that is it. If you are finding these videos helpful, by all means, hit that subscribe button. You know, we definitely like having you. We have some really great people in our community that chip in with good comments and try to add value. There's a few shade balls as always, and if you're putting your stuff out there, not everyone is going to agree with everything you say, and I think that is completely okay. But if you are getting value, if you enjoy watching this, by all means, hit subscribe. We love having you. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. I seriously appreciate all the support. You know, this channel has been growing. We're almost at 2,500 subscribers. Super jazzed about it. But that's all I have for you all tonight. Yeah, that's it. Cut it from there. I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.